Hey there, guys. It's me, Zay Lo, and today. Hey there, guys. It's me, Zay, and today I wanted to react to Neil deGrasse Tyson Explains Time Dilation by Star Talk. So, before we get into this, he's explaining time dilation, and there has been many, theories that I've had about this, in specifics. When I was younger, I actually experienced something that I think is really weird that I think also has to do with this. So my perception of time is very unusual. It's kind of messed up because I haven't been diagnosed just yet, but uh, I know people that are therapists, and they told me that I have, ADHD, and they're like, you just have to get the final diagnosis, which costs a lot of money apparently. So it's gonna take a little bit of time before I actually do get that, and then I can actually, do something about the diagnosis itself. But they say people with that diagnosis, they often have, you know, slow timing cues for reality, and I agree with that. Like, I cannot, for the life of me, stay up to tune with what is occurring in real time. For me, everything is going really, really, really quick, or it's going really, really slow. If that makes any sense. But I never actually, time just doesn't work normally for me. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, I was talking to my partner about this yesterday. We have known each other for 5 years, right? But I still feel like I just met them. Like, it's insane how time works for me. 4 weeks at a job, and it feels like I've been there for 17 years. You know what I mean? So how does that make any sense in correlation to one another, seeing as my partner I've known for way longer, yet I feel like I just met them, and this job I've only been at it for 4 weeks, but it feels like I've been there my entire life, and it feels like I've known all these people my entire life. That is just a small inkling of the conception that my mind messes with when it comes to time. Golly, I can't speak English. When it comes to time, I remember when I was a cashier, it was really hard for me to do it fast enough. Like, in my mind, I was doing it so quick. I was doing everything so quick. I was like, do this, grab that, make sure you have this, ask them that. Whoever was up in front of me and asking questions, like the customer, and I remember doing it super quickly. But I would always be told by my boss, nope, you're not doing this fast enough. Keep going. You have to speed up. You have to speed up. You have to speed up. I'm like, okay, there's only one of me, and there's not many people here. So if I'm not going truly as fast as I think I am, then I'm super confused. Am I actually going way slower than I think I am? And in reality, it's actually I'm like moving like 15 minutes at a time, when in my reality, it's taking me like 2 minutes to do this thing. Whilst everybody else see me doing the thing, and it actually takes 15 minutes. But because I'm not looking at a clock constantly, I can't tell because my mind is going fast. But my conception, or the conception of me by other people, is that I'm going slow. I can't tell. You you don't understand. You don't understand. You probably don't understand exactly what I'm trying to say here. But my conception of time is way, way, way thrown off in comparison to everybody else's. In 2020, it feels like it was yesterday, but it was 6 years ago. Feels like life started for me then, but because it did, you know. And 2014, it feels like it was yesterday, but it's decades ago, or a decade ago. So what I'm trying to get at, there is a smaller story when I was a teenager. See, even me telling these inklings of the stories. If you want to skip ahead to me reacting, that's fine. But I'm going to tell a story about when I was a kid, about something that really confused the crap out of me, and has to do with time. and actually had to do a little bit of research when this happened to me because I was very confused about what it could have actually have been. Was it spiritual? Was it demonic in nature? What was it? I don't know. So, my story. I was like a teenager, preteen, somewhere around there. 12, 13, 14. I'm around those ages. And I lived, my parents, of course, I had just gotten home. It was raining outside. So I was wearing this really big raincoat when I walked in to my room. I shut my door, and then I just remember, you know what? I'm explaining this all wrong. Okay, wait. Let me start over. Sorry. Cut right there. Start right here, Zay. Alright. So the story goes, I was probably a preteen. Somewhere around 12, 13, and 14 years old. Somewhere around those ages. I was with my parents, living with them, of course. It was raining outside. Because it had been like a rainy week. So, I didn't really have anything to do. I usually I would go outside and go hang out with my friends, but, because it's raining, we didn't really want to play outside. So, I was in my room, and it was kind of late. It's getting later at night, and I wanted to. I don't know. I was just playing around, like having fun. Because I was a kid, so I was playing with dolls, and I wanted to turn on a show. So I was laying on my bed. Bed is right here. Right in front of me is just floor, and then to the right corner was my TV. So I was lying there on my bed, grabbing my remote, and about to turn the TV on. That is when I heard something that really confused me. It sounded like clothes, like someone with a lot of clothes. I don't know how to describe this actually. It's not like not like that. Like a giant amount of clothes like ruffling together. I don't know how to describe that. And it fell on the ground. That's what it sounded like. Nothing actually fell on the ground. I just heard the sound. And I stopped because I was very confused. And I was like, oh. Alright. And just looking around like, what was that noise? I heard like cloth. And it sounded like a person fall on the floor almost. But there was nobody there. No one fell on the floor. My mom and dad were in the living room, which is really far away from me. And there was a really long corridor hallway, so they weren't there, They weren't in the hallway. It was just me in my room. So that confused me. Had no explanation for it. So the next day, I was coming home from school. It was raining outside again because it has been a rainy week. And I was wearing my big old jacket. My big old freaking nice, warm, cozy pink jacket. And walked right in front of my TV and slipped. And I fell on the ground. And it made the exact sound that I heard the day before that. Sorry, I'm about to say yesterday. The day before that. And it freaked me out so much because it pinged in my mind as, whoa, that's that sound that I heard yesterday. That weird sound that made no sense. It was me falling. I was the sound. How does that make any sense? How could I have heard in the past, or I guess in the present, me falling in the future? And then I fall in the future, and I remember me hearing me falling in the future, in the past, if that makes sense. What? Oh my lord. I'm so confused. So, yeah, there's all that. And I say all of that to say this is hopefully going to answer some of those questions. I highly doubt that. Maybe I just ranted your ear off for no reason. You're gonna skip, and I'm gonna write the time to skip to in the down below.
I still lose sleep over this fact.
Okay.
I still lose sleep over it. And I want you to lose sleep too. I don't want to be the only one staring at the ceiling at night.
I'm going to tell you, a lot of things already beat you to that.
Oh, sure. I mean, the asteroid strike that could happen, or the
exactly.
right, or the global warming, or all right.
Yeah.
Global warming.
So here it is. You may remember, or you may have heard, that Einstein's relativity,
Right.
More specifically, you learn this in special theory of relativity, where the faster you move,
Right.
the slower time ticks for you
Right.
as others view it.
Relative to the observer.
Relative to the observer, correct. You don't know anything's happening.
Right.
Your clock still ticks as far, you still got your heartbeat, all of this. Okay, so this is not a physiological thing. It's an actual property of the fabric of space and time under those conditions.
Wow.
Okay?
That is fascinating.
It is. It's completely fascinating. It's completely. So I watch you fly by, and the faster you go, the slower time ticks for you. Okay?
But my time stays the same.
To you.
To me. Right.
To you. So not only does speed do this, also the strength of a gravitational field will have the same effect on you. The stronger the gravitational field is, the slower time ticks for you. And that wasn't formulated until his general theory of relativity 10 years later. That took a lot more math and deeper insights into the universe.
So once again, it makes sense because you're dealing with the fabric of space-time.
It's the fabric of space-time, correct.
Wow, okay.
But initially when formulated, you're thinking it's just because you're moving.
Right.
But it's actually way deeper than that. And that's why that one, oh, by the way, his original special theory of relativity was not called that. The title of the research paper was On the Electrodynamics of Moving Bodies.
What?
Okay, that was the title. We would later call it the special theory of relativity because it was a special case of what would later then be called the general theory of relativity. While we're there, let me just slip this in. The GPS satellites orbit higher than like the space station and other things that are in what we call low Earth orbit.
Low Earth orbit.
They're in like MEO, the middle Earth orbit. There's LEO, MEO, and GEO. Okay. If you have kids, maybe you name them that.
Yes.
Leo, and Geo.
Can't remember Leo, Geo.
Low Earth orbit, middle Earth orbit, and geosynchronous geo orbit. Okay,
Right.
So the geosynchronous satellites are like middle orbit. That is far enough away from Earth's source of gravity for them to have a measurably different space-time condition.
Oh.
So that their clocks tick faster than our clocks on Earth's surface. Because they're farther away. And so, remember I said the more intense the gravitational field is, the slower time ticks. So they're farther away. Their time ticks faster relative to us.
Wow.
But we get precise timings from geosynchronous satellites. So how does this work?
That makes sense.
We pre-correct the time signal from the GPS satellites to compensate for Einstein's general theory of relativity so that by the time the time reaches us, well, it's been properly corrected and it matters to us and our space-time continuum, not the one that's at middle Earth orbit.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So GPS couldn't work as accurately as it does.
However, wait a minute.
What?
I'm sorry, just for me. You would have to have a standard in order to pre-correct something.
You know the rate at which its time is speeding up because you can calculate what the gravitational field is up there.
There you go. Okay.
And once you calculate that, then you do and you say, oh my gosh, the formula works. Einstein was right.
Right.
All right. This is not just something on a high theory,
By the way,
hypothesized that may or may not be true. It is true.
I just want to be there when that phrase is uttered. Oh my God, Einstein was right.
Yeah, I would have guessed.
Yeah, these aren't just cult heroes that we wish they were right.
Right.
These are real. This is real. Okay, this is the real universe we're talking about here. Okay, so now watch. Let's keep going faster and faster. Let's go half the speed of light, three-quarters the speed, 90% the speed of light,
Yeah.
99% the speed of light. Time is ticking slower and slower and slower. For you, you will watch the whole future history of the universe unfold in front of your eyes. As fractions of a second go by for you. As you go 99, there's a formula for this, of course, but 99, 99.9, 99.99% the speed of light.
Because you're the observer of that.
Of
but
that.
For you, your time has slowed to the point where as you observe the things that are not moving at the speed of light, you see them
Speeding,
basically,
correct.
you see
Speeding
them
up.
unfold.
Correct.
Boom. God.
Correct.
That is insane.
So now watch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. The faster you are, the slower. The faster you're going, the slower it is to you. Because your mind has to pick up on everything. And it has to conceptualize what is actually occurring in the time that you're seeing it. Is that what he's saying? Something along those lines? Your brain slows down things for you because your brain can't conceptualize going that fast. If I went that fast, how would that make sense? To me, logically speaking. But in reality, I am going that fast.
Wait.
No, watch. Okay.
Wow.
So, I didn't even get to the part where I lose sleep.
Okay.
Okay, that's what happens. By the way, there are particles that decay. You've heard of like
Yes.
radioactivity,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's one part, it decays and becomes another part, and releases often deadly energy.
Yes.
Okay, radioactivity. All right.
Right.
Some particles. Let's take, for example, the proton or the muon. One of these decays in like 6 minutes when it's left out in the wild. Okay, when it's not part of an atom.
Okay.
When it's not in captivity, I forgot which of these, but it doesn't matter for my example. Decays in like 6 minutes. Okay. Okay. What happens if you take that particle and speed it up in a particle accelerator? So you take a community of these particles, speed them up, calculate, wait a minute, the internal wristwatch on these clocks says they should live longer. And sure enough, their decay time takes longer.
Wow. That's, oh my God.
Yes, yes,
Oh, wow.
yes.
And that becomes,
So it's a study. Interesting. It shows that if they go really fast, obviously, then the decaying actually slows. It's still decaying. It's just slower because it's going fast. What? How does that make sense? I don't know. That's so crazy to me. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this works.
becomes living proof of what Einstein said.
Yes, because we can't go half the speed of light.
Right.
But you can accelerate a particle to do that.
Yeah.
It has an internal built-in clock that decays after a certain amount of time, and there they are taking longer to decay in the exact amount that Einstein predicts.
That is genius.
So we don't make this stuff up, okay?
No, obviously.
Yes, it is genius. It's like triple genius. All right.
What's the point of it? Eh?
Now, let's take this to an extreme level.
Okay.
Right?
Let's go so fast that we're going the speed of light itself.
Right?
Well, we can't do that because we're made of material substance, and there's no way to do that. But there are things that travel at the speed of light, and what is that?
What?
Those would be photons.
Yes, thank you. Those would be, I like your finger gesture. That would be, I would say, what travels at the speed of light? Light does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say light.
So, if photons had a clock, the clock would never tick,
That makes sense.
Nice.
which means when I go to a mountaintop, as I did in graduate school, to observe the center of the Milky Way galaxy
Yeah.
for stars that emitted their light 30,000 years ago, traveling through the gaps of interstellar space, and they move through space, come through Earth's atmosphere, they come down into the telescope, they reflect, go back to my detector, and land on my CCD chip. That photon, when it was born, at the star that emitted it, was detected at my telescope in the same instant.
Wow.
According to the photon itself.
See, that's what I think is insane about time. Time is never actually occurring. It doesn't occur like a book. Beginning, middle, end. It's always all occurring all at once. So what he's trying to say is that 40 million years ago, that happened out there. But it's also occurring right now. And he's watching that happen 40 million years ago. It's a bridge. That's the 40 million years ago. That's him watching inside of a telescope. And then this is the telescope picking up what's happening 40 million years ago to get that little bridge. At least that's my idea on it. It's interesting. I really like hearing him talk and describe how all of this stuff works, because it's very conceptually. It's very detailed. Very detailed. You just need some really simple words, and I'm a simple person. I just need some simple words to explain how all this hardcore scientific talk actually is.
Live fast, die hard.
The photon has no knowledge of that trip.
Right.
Because time did not exist for it.
Oh, that's great.
And
time does not exist for light. Because light doesn't need time. I think probably time needs light, actually. If there was any relationship occurring between the two. Light makes up everything. But time is a thing that helps us physical beings to understand how much something took to do something.
I'm saddened that many of these photons hit people standing on the beach, and to have imagine traveling 30,000 years and land on someone's buttocks.
Yep,
when
very
you
sad.
With the telescopes I collected, I'm now decoding the nature of the universe. And some photons go right on by Earth and are still moving, but they have no internal time clock.
Wow. And they're just traveling through I hope when I'm born I hit a telescope.
Bam! You're born and you hit a telescope.
Immediately.
Yeah, that would be an interesting. But what do I want to be when I grow up, or or the instant I am emitted, where am I going to be?
Where would I like to be?
Right. And so, just the idea that light can move across the universe and have no and not age. This is a fascinating fact to me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That is more than fascinating. I mean, that's mind-boggling.
Yeah. So
I'd say
is
so
light,
too.
the age of light. It's it doesn't age at all.
I am convinced that all of you guys secretly microdose and smoke weed.
Shrooms.
That's
Another episode. That's what I'm saying.
Another episode.
All right, Chuck, we're calling it quits there.
All right.
That was really, really helpful for me. I need it, like I said, I like it when people are very simple when they talk scientific so I can understand. Because my brain needs to decode things a little bit slower sometimes. But also, I'm thinking of 30,000 things all at once while trying to focus on one thing out of the 30,000 things. So it's even harder for me to actually put together a sentence because I'm trying to figure out which words should fit inside of that sentence, but also I'm thinking about what I ate, what I should eat, and how I should make food next time that I eat, and also what I should do tomorrow, and what I should do right now, and what I should do. It's all these things happening all at once. That's why I like to think that our minds are actually the same as time in its own way, occurring all at once, just like everything else that is always occurring all at once. We are born at the same time that we die, and we're also experiencing all of our first at the same time that we are dying. Technically, because everything is occurring all at once, which means your mind is also having all of those conceptions inside of it. I'm sorry for saying the word conception so much this time around, but I, for some reason, really like that word right now. So, excuse me on that. But yeah, so think about it like that. So you have all of these things that are just, occurring all at once. And your thoughts are somewhat picking up on every tidbit, every nuance of it all. It's also occurring all at once for the mind, too. Which is mind boggling. Alright, so if you liked this video and you liked watching it, please leave a subscribe for me. Hit the bell button. They all really help me to grow. And if you have any recommendations for me, or you have something to say about this video, then please leave it inside the comment section. Go check out Star Talk because I think it's awesome. Subscribe to them. Hit their like button as well. I'm going to leave the URL for this original video inside of my description. Go check that out. And I hope you had a good day and a good night. I am going to see you. Bye!